Hello everyone and welcome to the 2021 Shelly Sharpe presented by Spinners on the Green. Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, alongside Devan Owens, special fresh guest commentator here today. Devan, you live in the area, so I know you're going to provide some good insight. We've got a great card with J.C. Kester leading things off, and we got a triple Mando right off the bat.
Yeah, like looking into this hole, it's like you want to just, for me, you just want to make sure you hit the gap, but it's a bonus if you get the birdie.
A little bit of first round, maybe first hole nerves. You got a triple Mando. They've made this hole harder throughout the years by adding that, but it looks like Anthony Barela right up the gut.
Definitely lined it up. He threw it confidently, maybe a little short, but I think he's happy with his putt.
And then a birthday boy. How special. Jordan Castro, I believe, celebrating his 27th.
Ooh, that was close.
And it barely sneaks under it. That is, that's through the Mando the correct way.
Hey, he made the Mando confidently. Now he can just get through the hole, get his 3, and move on.
And then rounding out our card, Reid Kemp. And I got to be the first to admit, Reid's the one I know the least. What can you tell us other than he missed the Mando here to open?
Maybe just a little bit of local jitters, but he's definitely a better player than that, so I expect a little more, but we're good.
All right, well, he's going to re-tee. He missed the Mando, so that's a one-stroke penalty right off the bat, and yeah, he made up for it.
He made up for it, right. Just a little local nervous jitters, but I think he's going to play better than that.
And Jordan Castro was very quick. I'm going to pre-apologize. There's a couple times Jordan gets up and throws very quickly where I just barely get the shot here. Here's Reid for birdie.
No, for circle 4.
Oh, yeah. What do I know? It was a long day, and I'm not used to the sun, Devan, okay?
I
got some sun today.
Yeah, we are in our prime time weather right now. Ooh.
Downhill
Kester,
putt.
Yeah. That's right at a range that you want to make, but you don't know what you're going to do, so you just throw it up there.
Now Jordan is putting for his 3, just inside the circle.
This is one you want to make and a confident booster.
And I think he's got an issue with some kind of either bandage or blister, and he was looking at his finger there, and not a real confident stroke. It looks like he struggled a little as JC's going to pick up the par.
Yeah, you definitely want to get par on the first hole, but with Jordan dealing with something, might a little bit of nerves, but I definitely think he's going to rebound just fine.
Ooh. Little scoop out for Jordan, unfortunately, and a rough go here to get things started. And after a sandwich and a beverage later, Anthony's finally ready to throw his second shot.
That's definitely what you want on the first hole. Just go ahead and get the jitters out, get your birdie, moving forward. So definitely props to Anthony right there.
And unfortunately, it's going to be a double bogey for Reid to open, and Jordan's going to do the same. So we're going to head over to hole number 2. We got to thank Pete Ulibarri right off the bat. All the drone previews and flyovers this weekend, thanks to him, and of course our presenting sponsor in Spinners on the Green. What are they trying to do on hole 2 here?
Hole 2, most righties are just want to throw like a power heighter out over, thinking about the palm trees, and get it to flatten out and stall right into the basket, maybe land. I don't know, what I see a lot, 15-20 feet to the left side, and just get your little tap-in birdie from there.
And we're going to see a forehand here by Barela. If you got the power, right?
Yeah, if you have the power forehand, it's definitely like the play because you're going to be playing right into the right side. And ooh, very close shot right there. That's well executed by Anthony. But yeah, you just want to play into that right side of the hill if you have that power sidearm.
And the overhand here by JC. Buckle up. Strap in. You're going to see a few overhands. And he's actually gone deep at 369 feet.
Yeah, JC is definitely one of the most impressive thumber players that you'll see on coverage for sure. Castro throwing the nice power howitzer that I talked about. And then, yeah, 15, 20 feet to the left gives you a primo birdie opportunity.
Looking good there. Just wanted to keep it away from the cars on that right side. We saw a little Yukon action last year by one of his fellow Minnesotans. And that's up and maybe not quite a flat enough angle. That just came in and scooted up the hill. If he had a little more hyzer on it, it could have trickled down.
Little layup, little half commit putt. That's what you expect from that distance.
Yeah, not much you can do there. It looked like he was maybe pinched underneath those tree branches, and a firm run by JC, but up and over.
Yeah, he should have a little, 15-foot comebacker, what you expect after going a good run.
AB, maybe 20, 22 feet.
This would be nice to get after starting with a birdie on the first hole.
Now, you've become an Arizona resident yet again recently.
Yeah.
How often are you out here on the course as AB cans another good putt?
Yeah, that's beautiful putt. Nice, solid pole shot. Puts him 2 under. But, yeah, I recently moved out here. I mean, not too recent. I moved out here in August. Played a lot, but with the holidays, I've held back a little bit. But I've been playing the league and playing Vista. Good putt, Castro. Right?
Yeah, Jordan will negate one of those
there you go.
over par strokes from the previous hole.
Yeah, way to get it back. Yeah, definitely one of my home courses, and enjoy playing Vista any chance I get some little extra time to get out on the course.
Now, JC has just a little bit of a tester. He's got to go to the straddle as he came up to the tree, and he'll walk away with a par.
I personally, from making those little short 15, 20-foot putts, sometimes I resort to the straddle putt just because it's like a little confidence.
All right. Well, when we saw JC had thrown a glow nuke way past the basket. Now here we are on hole 3. What are we trying to do here?
I personally, as a lefty, I just rip a rock down the middle, but a righty hyzer is very common over the right side. Put it over the condos on the right side and just let it stall back right in.
I feel like whatever shot you threw on hole 2, you could duplicate right here on 3. They're within 9 feet of one another.
Yeah.
Similar shape shot or no?
Definitely similar shot, but distance-wise, I would throw a T-bird on hole 2, but for 3, I would throw a rock as an in-of-a player. But there again, you see AB, you just rip a sidearm because he's got the power, which ideally with just visually, I think a sidearm looks more appealing. But Castro throwing the hyzer didn't give enough height, but he's in bounds.
Yeah, he flirts with the fence there, and he finds himself in bounds.
That line with a little more height, I think that's the shot. Another over-the-top thumber.
Yeah, he loves to throw a Z machete. I asked him about it. Quite a few of his overhands are Z machetes.
Z machete.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't argue with that result, right?
Yeah.
Had to club down a bit.
I'd be confident with that putt, but Reid here rips a hyzer. Looks like it's pretty good from here. I'd be very confident with that shot. So should he. And yeah.
Jump on that birdie train. Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I saw Reid threw a hurricane in hole 2 as Castro very quickly got up there and threw on me. He threw a hurricane on 2, but a destroyer here on 3. So you see him switching it up, as you said. Maybe it feels a little different when you're out there.
No comment.
Here is Reid.
There you go.
Nice.
There's a birdie. That's a little confident booster.
Are those
going there.
baskets really even elevated for him? He's like 9 feet tall.
I'm 5'9", 5'10". I can't really. They're definitely elevated for me. There you go, JC.
Solid birdie, and after the forehand, I didn't get a chance to get all of Anthony's discs. I know he throws a lot of destroyers and a lot of firebirds, and then you see him approach commonly with novas, and I think he putts with some form of an AVR as the 1 par by Castro on 3, and we see Barela 3 for 3 to open.
Turkey, gobble, gobble.
Yum, yum. All right. Move over to hole 4, 381 feet, just 12 feet longer than the previous one. A little bit of danger.
I mean, yeah, a little bit of danger. I don't know about the OB, but righty, so a hyzer right side of that tree and just let, like the hole before, just stall it in and give yourself a putt and hopefully a birdie. But Anthony finally throws a hyzer when I say hyzer's the play.
Well, and he was
Clips a
yelling.
tree.
He was yelling. He says he always throws right into that tree. So maybe he should have finessed a forehand.
And now we have another thumber. This guy.
Go in.
Wow. That's so impressive.
Control, angle. He's got it all
Yeah.
when he puts it, that close next to the pin.
Let's just say out of all these 18 holes, I will never say the thumber is a recommended shot. But that's a very good hyzer. I think I'd be very happy with that shot.
Quite effective by Reid trying to pick up
Yeah.
another birdie.
Definitely. Come on, Castro. Oof. A little wide.
Pulls it wide, gets a little bit of a lift off the small trees, and then ends up hitting the same tree that we saw with Anthony. So he's going to have an approach just inside where Anthony's is. They're about the same distance here.
Yeah, and if you have approach at this course, you really just want to get it close and get your par and move on, because most of the holes are, ooh, wow.
Anthony had other ideas than just moving on.
Anthony's incredible at those long putts. Like, years ago, I remember playing against him when he was a rookie, and he lined up a putt, and I was just like, this guy thinks he's going to make it. And he made it. And honestly, at that point, I was just like, we think differently.
He's got that gusto and that young confidence.
Yeah.
The young superstar that he is, and he's going to walk away with a par here. So first par in 4 holes, though. They always say if you can get maybe 3 or 4 out of the first 6 before you take the long walk, you're usually off to a good start, and he's already got 3 out of the first 4.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably a little angry just because he missed a birdie, but I think he's in good position going forward. And another long hole coming up, so par 4, any par 4, Anthony Barela has an advantage going forward.
He does, but first he's got to go to hole 5. We're going to thank
that's
Duke's
right.
Sports Bar and Grill, always a gracious sponsor here. But hole 5, 340 feet. They have the Mando on that right side, so
They
you
do.
can't just hang out the big hyzer here up the gut.
If Anthony has the box, he's going to be going sidearm, but other than that, it's just up the middle with a mid-range or fairway and get pin high and make a putt with the elevated basket.
And here comes a thumber. I was expecting to be up higher. I just got used to his throws, and he just lasers
Are we
this
talking
one.
Kester? I'll just say thumber every hole, but because he's crazy.
He's just deep of the pin.
Ooh.
And that is I was gonna say to the right of the Mando, or otherwise known as the wrong side. It looked like a T-bird. I think he flipped over there. Here's Barela.
Looks like with a rock, possibly. Maybe a Nova. I think it's a rock. Very smooth. He pulled it a little bit, but he should be okay with that putt. Maybe a tree, a little shrubbage coming into play.
A little bit. He's almost pin high with that. That is a mid of sorts by Castro off to that left side.
He should be okay with that putt.
Is this the first time I've ever seen leaves on those 2 trees? Am I just
Probably.
here at the wrong time of year normally? Because I don't remember ever seeing leaves on those trees.
I mean, I'm not a local, but I agree. Like Memorial, I definitely see dead trees. And there's leaves right now. Come on, Castro. Get this in. Nice confident booster. Moving forward.
It's the guy's birthday.
Yeah, right?
Right off the side of the cake. And you called it, yeah, a little bit of tree
Yeah, that's expected. Definitely with leaves on the trees.
Just barely blocking. I mean, tall people problems. Oh, he thinks he missed it.
He jabbed that in there. Like, yeah, that's definitely one that you let go and you think it's in. That could possibly, but you're excited once it went in.
And after missing the Mando, we see Reid walk away with the bogey. That's going to put him to +1. And now
Good
JC,
save, though.
yeah, after going just deep, it's for birdie.
Kester, this is so crazy. I don't think I could get there with 2 thumbers, and he just got there in 1. So that's
Deep of the pin, and
yeah.
Castro trying to find some magic out here. Somebody blew out his candles early, it looks like. I got to thank our Patreon subscribers. Seriously, without you guys, this coverage would not be possible as we get to our first par 4 of the round and the one before the long walk.
Yeah, with this hole, I just throw as far as I can. Being lefty, there's less OB into play, but a righty, just rip it as far as you can. You throw a T-bird or just some kind of fairway or mid-range into it and get your 3 if possible, but if not, you're okay with a 4. Kester ripping a sidearm a little early, hits the tree, but not the worst shot.
No, and it is worth noting, I'm not necessarily foreshadowing people, but the 2-meter rule is in effect here. So anything stays above ground 2 meters, there will be a penalty assessed. And so every time you get near a tree, you're always asking for it to get down.
That's definitely a rule that I never really understood because, like, I've always felt like if you went up in the tree, you should be able to take the stroke behind the tree instead of being in the middle of the tree if you get stuck in the middle. But that's just me.
I don't throw into trees, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Just saying.
Well,
Castro,
you're the disc golf guy.
trying the roller. Like, what are the odds? He could throw 100 of those shots and not hit the tree on angle like he just did. So things apparently not going his way early on here.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He probably was really thinking about the tree. But I could be wrong.
See the tree, be the tree,
Right?
hit the tree.
I mean, there's many times.
I don't need your poetry just yet, but
No. There's a many a times that I've been on the course where fairway out there 400 feet, I'm going to hit the tree, and I hit the tree, and I'm like, how'd that happen? I was aiming for the tree.
and we'll see if he can make up for it. That's a good shot right into the center. I mean, at this point, he's just happy to try and get a par and walk away.
Honestly, if you don't throw really far, you're not getting a 3 on this hole. This is a very tough hole.
Oh, and just
Is there a bunch of OB?
Yeah, that'll be on that right side. And here's where you can
Okay.
see where Anthony is just OB by about 4 or 5 feet there. And they were talking as they're moving down the fairway, feeling like this right side OB gets tighter and tighter with every tournament out here. And unfortunately, JC found it, as did Anthony here on
Looks like
his
he's
drive.
throwing a Firebird or something definitely overstable.
Right out of bounds.
Yeah. I don't need to say anything because AB called it straight out of bounds.
Yeah. Struggling a little here after such a good start. He's got back-to-back OB throws here on hole number 6. At least he's gaining the distance in doing so. And this is a Firebird here from Reid.
He was inbounds. He should have a putt for birdie. If not, he's going to have a tap-in par. I mean, I see the basket's elevated, so that's definitely something to take in counter. Trying to count. Sorry.
I think they've all been elevated.
They all have?
Almost everyone. But we definitely see this one as too. As we look for the low shot. Not much of a skip, and that's going to be in good position.
Well, it's par 4. Even more difficult.
AB's trying to save things here after the double OB. He's just inside the circle here. Or just outside the circle, but inside the OB rope, I should say.
Ooh. not making things easy for you.
No, that's a tester to come back with, isn't it? Here's Reid for birdie.
Come on, Reid. There you go.
Solid putt. Big shout out, Reid says, to the Desert Flyers Disc Golf Club.
That's Reid taking strokes on the card.
Like we said, AB with some work to do. This is for 6, a double bogey if he can convert.
I would take a deep breath after that putt.
Well, here's the thing. There's a very long walk over to the additional holes that are on the other side of the course. You're through the first third, and now we take this really long walk to the second third of the course, and things are going to stretch out a little bit more. We see most of our par 4s over there, and he's going to have a long walk to think about that double bogey, especially after such a good start.
And now Kester's 2 down with him. Just trucking along.
Yeah, remember, we saw Barela, 4 down in the first 5?
Yeah. Castro getting a good par. I mean,
Can't complain after hitting that early tree, right?
yeah.
They're going to pack up. Again, thank you guys so much. Now, as we were waiting for the backup here, well, first, you describe hole 7. What are they trying to do?
I mean, a righty likes to throw like a nice power shot out to the right side, maybe flirt with the sidewalk, but other than that, just bring it back left and, you know, give yourself an approach to this par 4 green and a right little hyzer or whatever you are familiar with or approach with, like throw a sidearm into it. But yeah, that's what a righty likes to do.
And as we were sitting there waiting for the backup, Reid had gotten up and thrown. I had no idea everybody was ready, so I'm sitting there looking at scores. So Reid has already thrown. He's a little short and left, so I want to bring everyone up to speed, and I wasn't expecting that.
Wow! I've been playing the Memorial since 2009. I've never seen somebody throw a thumber off, and that is, I mean, you can't complain with that shot.
That's perfect position.
Yeah.
I was not expecting him, though, to go up and over
Wow.
off of this tee. I mean, look how close those trees are to the tee.
Yeah, what does Anthony do after this?
Anthony says, well, you can go up and over, and instead I'm thinking about...
2.
Oh, no.
Ah.
He caught the limb and then says he's never done that before in his life. He catches the limb and is very short. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like he's still in the same disc again, though. So
yeah.
he still could get up and down. Looks like he maybe be a little short, but that's just a guess.
Wow, inside the circle. Now, they have added a Mando that I haven't really seen before way up on the right side here. So Reid can't go straight at this. He actually has to play this out to the right and then have it come in left.
Yeah, I think I see it on the third tree that there's like a little white band.
So that's why he goes for this route. Otherwise, I feel like he would have went straight at it.
So he got the Mando and looks like he threw a well-executed shot there. He's got to be happy with that shot.
Yeah, good recovery shot, and I got it on camera.
Nice. Props to both of you.
I tried.
There's another good shot. I think that was Kester.
And a bomb by
Castro. He's definitely making the little things more difficult than he's wanting to, I'm sure.
I mean, I think it's fair to say he was in prime position, and unfortunately and then he put himself underneath that tree. You know, he was a few feet inside the inbounds line, so he wasn't OB, but he's going to walk away with a par, and he had the best shot of the group by far.
Yeah, that's definitely frustrating. But he made a right decision by laying up and not bringing on any added stress by trying something that shouldn't be done.
Now look where AB is after hitting the tree right off the tee and maybe only going 150 feet. Here he is cashing in the birdie.
Yeah, I mean, good to be like 6'3" and young.
And throw 600-ish feet?
Right? Like, yeah. Good to be young. JC throws a great thumber. I think that's one of the best threes I've seen in a long time. Just thumber to a nice sidearm approach. No.
He put himself right there
Yeah, he
as
did.
we thank Spinners. And we go to one of the most beautiful holes on the course, hole 8, the downhill.
Yeah, some righties throw hyzer. I think it's a little more risky. I think if you have 350 in the bag, just rip your mid-range up the middle and take a putt and get your birdie. As a lefty, I can choose mid-range or hyzer around that pine tree and aim at that palm tree. But we have Kester throwing right up, or that's Reid. Pulled it a little bit, but he looked like he was going to try to throw mid-range right down the middle.
Yeah, I think that was an M4 as he's going to find the OB.
Yeah. And then we have Kester. Is he going thumber?
Come on.
Do I just need to just go ahead and put that in the description of a hole? Like, yeah. If you have a thumber, you just throw thumber.
And he rests it up against the light pole. He says
That
it's
was
his
very
Z
fortunate
machete.
because I think that was going to go OB. But AB looks like he's going to rip a rock. I mean, if he's feeling really froggy, he's going to rip a Nova. But that looks like a rock shot. Very smooth. Yeah. That's the ideal play right there.
All right, so that's what I want to know in the comments below, and your chance to win something. What would you throw on hole 8? I think one of the most beautiful and favorite holes of this course. Put it in the comments along with hitting the like button, all that stuff, and let us know what you would be throwing. You say mid-range, Devin? You're throwing a mid on a calm day?
As an Innova player, I would rip a rock, but a Discraft would rip a buzz. And
Okay, so that's what I want to know, folks. Or are you laying up? Are you gonna?
No,
can you
come
not
on.
clear the water?
Terry,
Hey, I
come
mean,
on.
you know, the channel's for all
I guess,
skill
I
levels.
guess.
So I want to know what you would do here on hole 8. Again, I'll pick one of the comments at random, and that's how we'll give something away. It'll likely be a disc. I'm gonna steal one from Devin's collection.
Please.
Okay, I won't do that, but
Terry, you and I are the same. We do not share our storage unit location.
very true. And Jordan doesn't quite convert now.
Come on, Kester, you're playing well. Ah.
Now we just need something in between. One was too low, one was too high.
Hitting the
if-
band is always a weird thing because I'm a low putter, so when I hit the band, I'm actually happy that I hit the band, but I'm mad that I missed the putt.
Yeah, but you gave it a chance.
Agreed.
If
like,
it hits the band, that means you gave it a chance to go in. If it's hitting the cage,
it never
probably
had a
wasn't.
chance.
Yep.
Good job, AB. But yeah, like hitting dead center change is obviously the best thing, but when I hit the band, I'm like, I hit basket like 90%, so at least I hit the band, I gave it a chance.
That's true. As also, I noticed that looks like P-line P2s is what Reid tells me he putts with.
P-line P2s?
Yeah, that's what he told me. So I did my best to tell these guys to submit their disc selections to us.
And you said he threw a MD4?
He threw an M4 off the
M4.
tee.
So that's a Prodigy?
Yes, and
Okay.
he's got very much a mixed bag. As we're on 9, our last one of the front 9, and it's what the old folks say. It's a doozy.
Yeah, me, big hyzer, lefty over the water because I'm a man. But-
And you throw far as a left-handed player.
I'm kidding, but as a righty, I see most people just throw a big hyzer, lay it up somewhere in the fairway, get your 3. But if you're AB, you can stall it over the right side and come back and get your 2. But that's aggressive, and he went for it and is going to get punished. Oh,
What?
lucky guy, lucky guy.
That was incredibly lucky. We all knew that was going out of bounds, out in the water to not come back.
Yeah.
That almost went out to sea.
But here we go. This is Kester. Just for him, it's just a layup, throw a thumber as far as he can. Put it in the,
And he stepped in front of the shot. Sorry to interrupt. He stepped in
No,
front
no,
of the
no.
shot. He's inside 30 feet.
What?
With that shot?
No, he's not.
I think. We'll have to keep watching. The suspense is going to kill you, but
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
I think he's inside the circle with that.
this is Jordan. Looks like he's kind of going for it. He gave in a very aggressive line. Oh, He does not get the birthday kick like AB. I guess AB is just
I don't know. It's that good, clean frat living
like
that guaranteed him that. And
Kester. Or that's not Kester.
That's Reid.
Reid Kemp. He's throwing the local line. I mean,
And that's pretty common, right?
Yeah,
you
I mean,
you turn it over, it gets hung
I think
up, you have an
Reid,
approach. You
his
know, that's-
max throw, he could get there and give himself a look. But other than that, like mostly he's just going to give himself a 3. And there's nothing wrong with a 3 on this hole. Like very few 2s happen.
This is one of the most difficult holes on the course to get a birdie 2 on.
Because it's probably listed as a par 3. And
It is, yeah.
maybe, let's just say at the Memorial or even the Shelly, maybe 2 or 3 2s might happen. So getting your 3 is very, very crucial actually, because you're giving up a stroke if you don't.
There's a little bit of a run by Barela. He can't be too mad,
No.
considering that tree saved him in the first place. And
Right. I mean, at least 1 stroke.
Anybody got a retriever or no?
Yeah.
and here is where his drive landed. What do you think of that?
No way. That's might be the most impressive shot thrown all 9 holes so far. Actually, yes. That's
All
the
right.
most impressive
The
shot.
Devan Owens stamp of impressiveness. Sorry, we were talking during your pod there, Reid. We're going to start to close things out here. Just a few putts remain. Devan, this is your first ever commentary? Kind of, sort of?
Officially, I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you could join. You going to stick around for the back 9? We got 9 more holes to play.
I'm going to have to talk to the wife, but I believe so.
All right. Well, we're watching these guys close out. Again, make sure you leave a comment so we can possibly give something away. This is the first PDGA A-Tier of the year. And, of course, you got to be a PDGA member to play in A-Tiers. And we're so excited to be here bringing you guys the action. Got to thank Pete, along with ProFlight, Spinners on the Green, our PDGA A-Tier, and all these great feature card players that we have. Devan, again, I appreciate it. Let's do it again on the back 9. From Vista del Camino, Devan Owens and Terry Miller, the disc golf guy. Stay tuned, guys. The back 9 of round number 1 of the Shelly Sharpe Memorial is coming right up.
And are we finishing 3 down, 4 down, +2, +1?
Bingo.